Good morning, lesbians, and to everyone else, good morning, I guess. Today I'd like to talk about Jirachi and the hopefully impending suspect test that is to follow after Machamp's ban. I've been watching Jirachi Cool's second channel videos where he ladders Gen 4 OU in attempts to make Rex for the suspect test in the Machamp suspect, which was obviously a little while ago and it was banned happily. It's gone. Ding dong, the wicked witch is dead. Those videos really showed me the cancer of Gen 4 OU. I tend to not use that word in describing much, but Gen 4 is not great. It's not. It's a huge RNG fest. I also started to try and make Rex for the Machamp suspect, but I don't think I'd say I took it that seriously. I got to 1100, 1200 range and just kind of I was running into a lot of Jirachi and not so much Machamp, funnily enough. There was some Machamp, but yeah, obviously. A lot of Jirachi because that's one of the best Pokemon in the tier. But that tier has so much more wrong with it than just Machamp or Jirachi. It is rotten to the core, I'd say. And I'm gonna echo Jirachi Cool's sentiment and say the tier is fun when you're not playing too seriously. When you're just playing whatever on ladder and you're not really caring too much. You're kind of just using some weird Pokemon I don't know, an example you use Kingdra Rain. That's pretty fun. But if you're going seriously and you're actually trying to win consistently, what you have to do for the suspect test, something that put a damper on my attempts to do it was the GXC rating, which is really hard to get. It's even higher than it usually is, because GXC, I think in the modern generation it tends to be you need an 80. In the Machamp suspect you need an 85, which is very hard to get. Along with having 1600 elo, which I've never hit that high in anything. I got 1550 in Gen 9. Anything goes. I'm top 500. I was top 500 at some point. Yes, there's a constant line of women outside for me, but yeah. So if you do enjoy the topics I cover in these videos, then feel free to leave a like or subscribe, or comment telling me how much you hate me. I'm open to that as well. Well, now Machamp's banned, I think Jirachi is the obvious next step. Mainly because of the Serene Grace set. The physical Serene Grace set. Iron Head, Body Slam, Fire or Ice Punch, and Protect, dealing with fucking everything, really. Even the steel types that you can resist Iron Head with. Fire Punch, boom, punches them and it burns. And your Skarmory is kind of fucked now. Your Skarmory is just getting whittled down 12.5 every turn. Not great. And of course, the Body Slam, 30% chance, screw it, 60% chance to inflict paralysis. And it feels like 100, let me tell you something. 70 feels like 0 with Focus Blast. 60, it feels like 100 with Body Slam. Paralysis from Jirachi. And of course, the paralysis plus the flinch chance, I don't know how high it is. I don't know how that goes with the calculation. But it's you have a 25% chance to not move, and then a following 60% chance to not move. It's not very fun to play against. I saw 5 and 6 as a number, but that's not... that doesn't sound right at all. And along with that, you have Fire Punch, and you're going to get burnt if you try and switch something that resists Body Slam and Iron Head in. You try and switch a Magnezone into that, you're gonna get Fire Punched for 40 and burn. 20% chance to burn is incredibly high. We hate Scald for being 30% chance to burn. Fire Punch, not much worse than that. Obviously, there will have to be some more bans after Jirachi goes, because obviously Latias is here to just partially stop Jirachi. But Latias, Sorry, other way around. Jirachi's here to stop Latias, is what I'm saying. It's a very good check to Latias. Obviously needs to be some... Something done about Jirachi, please. There's also a tiering survey. Tiering surveys in Old Gens happen after SPL, where all of the qualified players say how they feel. Noteworthy statistics, 6.3% of people consider Jirachi to be balanced. That is insanely low. 40% think it's borderline, 53.2% think it's problematic, and then 68.7% of people think that no tiering action should take place. I don't really understand that. It should be evident that Jirachi's a problem. 53.2% is insane. These are qualified players. As in they played in SPL. There are also community members who overwhelmingly think that it's bad. And even some of the no tiering action ones, like August says, I would support a Jirachi test, but only for the Pokemon itself. Maybe some of the no tiering action people also just think something similar to August here, who's on their council for Gen 4. There is a... Oh, I'm in the wrong thread, Jesus. Didn't even think to switch back. This is a thread from November, by the way, so maybe things have changed, but I doubt it. Nothing's really changed. To play devil's advocate, Jirachi is a Pokemon that really teaches new players the value of probability management. And then in relation to Fire and Ice Punch, for instance, one could argue that switching a Swampert into Jirachi Fire Punch being the correct decision could be in fact be the incorrect one. That's stupid. You're getting punished for making the right decision. That's like... I'm very... I don't know. That's really stupid to me, that idea. And then VKC says, there are many good Pokemon that can take on physical Jirachi. However, there are very few that can take on a physical Jirachi without fearing an errant Fire Punch burn. That's a very good point. Also, you also need to be like, you can't just fully try and stop physical Jirachi. What we're forgetting is that, well, I'm not forgetting it because I'm smart. What we're forgetting is, it can also just Carmine in the face of something like a Magnezone and take it down with something else. It's not just the physical set. It's the fact that it could be the physical set. It could also be the Carmine set, and you have to deal with both. You can't do that. You can't. A lot of people you can clearly see on the screen right now. Everyone wants a goddamn suspect. Because Jirachi is like terrible. It's not even just Jirachi, it's other things. I think it was BKC that said he wanted to ban all flinch moves above like some percent to keep away the bunch of RNG that really hurts Gen 4 as a metagame. Because it's not even just like the dynamic punch confusion. It's not just the iron head flinching. There's also Gyarados, who uses Waterfall as its main stab, which obviously 20% fringe chance. That's scary. Shouts to Levos for losing. This guy doesn't think Jirachi is broken or ban worthy. Don't think Jirachi is the best or even the second best Pokemon in the tier. Sorry, I felt something in my throat there. Oh, this is a long post. I can't. There's Jirachi. Here's what I'm looking for, the replays. This first one especially with I was talking about Magnezone. If this could hurry up and load up, please. Let me turn sound off. This is I don't know what tournament this is, but it seems to be like very... Here we are. Magnezone switches in. That's the right switch in, to switch in a resist. Gets crit, whatever. But Magnezone should still handle this. Like 100 times out of 100 should handle this. Flinch. But even then, Magnezone, it's not taking much. It's taking 4% every turn after leftovers recovery because it has leftovers. And it should absolutely deal with Jirachi. There's no way that Jirachi can beat this Magnezone. Like, in 100 years, Jirachi is not being Magnezone. Because it doesn't matter how much you flinch. You get 2 turns with Magnezone. And you should absolutely just be able to Thunderbolt, kill it down. That might be a 3-hit KO. All you need is 3 turns. You can't get flinched like 15 times in a row, right? This is a I don't know what exactly this is. I'm just looking around and see if I can see anything. Yeah, you get the point. Magnezone has not had a chance to move, by the way. A Death Threat says, what a joke. Oh, Thunderbolt! It is a 3-hit KO, but at this point, like... Flinch. I'm assuming this isn't a tournament game, because you wouldn't go for this in a tournament game, surely. This is a replay from 2020, so... God. If this doesn't hurt to watch, like... This has been like 15 turns of like... Just... Shit, and now it's dead. It takes 9%, it's dead here. That was... Unbelievable. Ah, he forfeited. Oh my. And what do you want him to do here? What do you want Death Threat to do here? There's nothing you can do. Like, that's unbelievable that Jirachi could just do that. How many turns was that? When was the first one? I won't count the first one. From 6 to 21. Magnezone moved once. And there are other replays here too. Oh, screw it. We'll just watch these. It flinches the Hippo on Clef. This one's interesting because it's Jirachi doing Jirachi things. I don't know what that means. That could mean anything. This is a ladder game by the looks of things. Hippowdon lead against... Yeah, we'll just go to... I've not checked these replays beforehand, by the way, so... Oh, sub. Jirachi. Jirachi subs can't really... It can't take a seismic toss. Switches in Gyarados, which is a mighty fine switch. Because Gyarados is taking peanuts from Ironhead. And has leftovers too, so Sand is offset. Oh, Sleep Talk Gyarados. Back to Gyarados. Ironhead. And it has Sleep Talk, so... Wait, does it have Sleep Talk? It does have Sleep Talk, doesn't it? Yeah, it has Sleep Talk. But I guess he's banking... I guess, Wellio is banking on... Ah! Flinch. But Jirachi should still... Not Jirachi. Gyarados should still win this interaction because it's taking nothing from Ironhead. Only 12%. That's actually higher than I thought it was, but sure. Because all you need is 2 hits. Ah, critical hit and the flinch. Yeah, that's Jirachi. And now, obviously, Jirachi outspeeds. He switches out. Can Hippowdon hit an Earthquake? No. Can Hippowdon do Earthquake? Nope, crit. God, that is insane luck. Ironhead. And a Thunder Ray on the Jirachi. This is just what Jirachi does, man. That's insane. Even the people who want Jirachi in this tier agree that Pokemon is borderline. Is there any point to not just pop a suspect test and let the community decide? That's kind of true. That's kind of true, Drifting. The Drifter. Getting the suspect test behind an arbitrary threshold of survey seems to be putting the cart before the horse, considering that the suspect test is a little more than the survey itself. That's true. If there are concerns about the metagame after a possible Jirachi ban like Latias or Clefable, I think the link between Machamp and Jirachi is in the OP is tenuous at best, lol. But that's beside the point. You could just wait until after SPL to do the suspect. DPP Jirachi has got to be one of the most litigated Pokemon ever. I've never seen anything be more hated than Jirachi. There are things that I hate more, obviously. But, man. Ban Ironhead, we can't. Obviously, yeah, we can't. Okay, well, this person's saying that if we ban Jirachi, then we're gonna have to ban a lot of Pokemon, then total chaos? I mean, what? I don't see how having to have more bans is a huge problem. I don't know. I mean, obviously you need bans in a metagame, in my opinion. I've talked to people who think that who are really against bans, but I don't think those people are genuinely like really understanding of what Pokemon can be. Yeah. Jirachi gets banned, Sleep gets banned, should be done anyway. I mean, I'm a hater of Sleep, generally. Not one other thing is broken profit. We can retest at a later point to reassess if things are indeed negative consequences. Exactly. Like, people think that, like, banning something is... like, having to ban things is bad. It's almost like they're... I mean, there was... If you ever heard of the Gen 5 bans, like, the multiple bad bans and unbannings, like the complex ban with Rain and Swift Swim and Sand and Samrush, was because the Smogon, the council at the time, didn't want to ban things because of a negative perception from people who don't play the game. Which is an insane thing to be scared of. These people aren't playing the game. Why do you care what these people think? Don't see a problem with the current DPP. Oh, I do. I can't stand DPP. I'm trying to find the other post I was looking for. It's not that one. This one. Issues with the current metagame. Over-centralization around Clefable and Paralysis. Clefable teams and Paralysis-centric strategies dominate the tier, overshadowing other archetypes. This stifles creativity and discourages innovation. I mean, that's what bans are for. To get rid of something that's completely over-centralized. And increase options among the tier generally. I've opened Spotify. This is the second time I've done this. Reduce diversity. Again, that's like what the bans are for. I'm going to call it there. Play Gen 4 OU. Experience these things for yourself. Or don't. I'm not your dad. If you're here, thanks for sticking until the end. Again, I ask you to like and subscribe if you made it this far. Well, see ya.